Hello. We will talk today a little bit about our aftercare routine, which is also quite close to our pre-workout, because we have quite big care routine before and after the training home. So here are Laurine and Andrea, who are my two little fairies. And so after work, we always put the eyes on the forelegs, and then at the moment they are putting the bimmer. So this rug is in fact gonna increase and fix all the very small blood vessel that we cannot see even on with the normal ecography check. So this is going to help increase all the blood circulation, and therefore the oxygen will flow better in the muscles. So all the whole system of the horse will work better. Why we are doing this? So we have this before and after the work. Before work, Laurine and Andrea are always doing first this one, then we have the lead therapy, and then we go into the stretching in order to see where the horse is a little bit more tense or blocked somewhere. Then they go also to the massage in order to know if there are some muscle pain or tightness, and according to this information that they will give me in the same time than in which mindset he is, I will change or not change, but I will make my program, my working program with him. For example, if I had in mind to go through, let's say, some rope work, but this day they tell me he feels a little bit tight in the stretching and his hamstring are a bit short and his shoulder are stuck, then I will go to a stretching one in order to help make all his body loose, and then I will move the rope to another day. So all these informations are extremely important, because then it will also help to have the right answers to give him and to bring him into his best shape and to help him with his body, instead of putting him into a position where he would feel less comfortable and then maybe struggle in the work, which would lead him to lose his inner confidence in what he's doing. And then you have all the problems who are starting to come, and that's how you can cause stress. So we're working very closely with Andrea and Laurine, and then after work it's the same. I give them the information about how he was doing, where I could feel him a little bit more tight or not comfortable, and we make a double check. First they check how they feel his body, the difference between before work and after work. That's the first check. Then the second check is how he feels in the area. I could feel some tightness or problems. And then they tell me after the second round of cares how the body ended before going back into the field. So that's how we work here. It's a real teamwork, not something in between. We all have our big importance in the daily life of our horses. So after the bimmer, then we will switch to the lead therapy. That's the second step. So then the second round is lead therapy. You have different layers of muscles in the body of the horse, and the lead therapy will help to release all the tensions in the superficial layer of the muscle, which we can also reach in while doing the massages with our hand. But it will also go more profound in the other layers that we can't reach with our hands. So that's really to have all the body getting comfortable and relaxed. This we do it before and after the work. And we also have some for the neck that we use according to the days and how we can feel him at the moment. He's not doing a lot around the neck, at least not today. So we're just going with the rug, which is covering all these parts. Then we also have for the legs. So this I will switch to, today was a light training, so when it's a light training we don't need to go into the full program, because of course when you do every day the full program then you can lose a little bit of efficiency. So that's why we're jumping from into our care system. We're switching a little bit to always try to keep the efficiency of each product as much as possible. So then what we like to use is this laser. So we have different frequencies according to what we're looking for. So with him we're using the frequency for the gastrointestinal system, which Laurine is doing at the moment. So she doesn't have the sunglasses just to play the superstar, even if she's a superstar. This is just to protect, because of course it's powerful lights, so you always have to be careful. So here that's for all his internal system, because he's a little bit sensitive on this part. And then afterwards, because he's always a bit tight in the lateral work, we have the lateral frequency that we use on the lumbar area to try to improve a little bit his lateral flexibility on top of our gymnastic work. And it's true that we've got some big improvement since we started using the laser. In 1 week he was able to start doing the half passes in Liberty, when before even Reedon I really had to help him through. So we're very happy with the result we have so far. We're using it daily. We have the vet one, which is just for the struggle to fix something for 2-3 days of treatment, and this one is a daily one, so we can use it every day. That's no problem. According once again to the body, I work with essential oils. I work with some arnica oil and some hot and cooling. This one is more to relax. It's not a cooling one, it's really to have all the body very soft and relaxed. We work only with natural, completely natural product. That's very important. And once again, I'm switching to the different creams every day so we can keep the efficiency. So then up. So the main point we're going through is of course all the wither and shoulder, because that's the main part, especially for the dressage horses. The lumbar area, then the here, this part, and then the hamstring, and up. Then we go to the breathing area as well. So here. Voila. And here you can see he starts to relax. All these signs are also important signs to follow. This one will be behind the shoulder, because this is where the saddle is putting quite some pressure, so this point is very important to go through. Voila. Okay. Then we have all this area. So you can see that he enjoys all the parts, and our horses are very used to have all the massages, so they go directly into their inner self and into their sensation, which is also something very important, because then they also learn to understand their body, and then they are way more aware of what's happening in their body, also in the work when they feel some tension. So here, for example, he's a bit tight, so I will go a little bit helping him to relax. Up. Better, but still a little bit here. Voila. Bien. Oui, voilà. So all this, the big breathing here, the air, all these are signs that it's just going through. We need the energy to flow into the tissue, because it's always about having everything going through the body. And only this is just always to awaken a little bit the tissue and the skin. Voila, bien. Then up we have all, so this is going through all the spine. So we are starting from here, and then he feels it up till the neck. So starting to this point, then going on these two ones. And you can see that he's enjoying it. Up and then up, slowly going. It's like a small triangle, and you're always going back to the spine. You always want to have all the flow going to it, so everything you do goes back to this direction. After the hand massage, then we switch to this one, because with the hand, so like I said earlier, we can go to the first layer of the muscles, but this one will be able to go into the deeper layer of the muscles. So we try to have the entire combo. The hand massage is very important, because then it allows us to really feel what's going on in the body, which is less the case with the machine. But this one is also important, so we can get to a deepest layer in the tissue. This part, for example, when we go with the hand, we cannot really do anything to help, so we are having a different way of massaging with this one than with the hand. And also with different head. So this one we use it mainly for the neck, and also for behind all the hamstring part. And then we have also the flat neck, the flat head, which we're switching right now. This one, yes. So this one is going here, because the important thing is that the machine is not going against the muscle, because otherwise this is going to be the opposite reaction. Then you're going to create tension instead of create relaxation, as you see directly on the reaction. So with this one, we are just going even deeper than the hand one. And you really need to hold it tight in order to keep it always in contact with the body of the horse. So it needs to stay and to go and to follow. As soon as you have this, then you have to go away. Oh, ça fait du bien, hein? Oh, oui, ça fait du bien. Then we end with stretching that we do before the work, and we do it also at the end. So the stretching, I don't know if some of you are doing some stretching in the morning. I do every morning at 6. And I have some day I feel like the next world champion of gymnastics, and some day I feel like a 120 years old grandma, and I don't have always explanation about it, but then it's the same for their body. You have some days that they wake up and everything is easy and they are really supple, and some days they feel tight. So these stretching are really always helping to untight the parts that are stuck and to keep the other one as much comfortable as possible. So we learned a system. All these methodology are have been seen with some different physiotherapists or other therapists who were doing acupuncture and stuff like this. We're always trying to improve our knowledge into this. And so we call it the stretching carrot. Now today it will be the candy stretching more, but then Andrea will show how it's done. The thing is, it has to be done quietly, softly, in order for the horse to really feel his body and go slowly, because otherwise the idea is not that he would harm his body, is to go step by step. I'm going to remove myself so he can focus on Andrea and not on me. So here, the first is you go to the shoulder, like this. Then you always need to bring him back in front. It's important to go back to the first point. So he goes back here in the middle, and then you go as far as possible. So this is so far quite good. Back in front, and then you go to the hip. Yes, this one. Good. Then, of course, the second side. Always back in the middle, and then you go back in front and down. Up. Well, he seems quite good. Up here a bit less, you see? Up. So we know that right side to the hip is a bit more complicated today. So this is a good information. So we know first, then tomorrow we'll check again in the morning before the work if this is still there or if it's better. And according to this information, in the work I will probably focus more on stretching this right hip and this left shoulder, because we know that the horses are working pretty much always from one diagonal. So all these are very precious information. Then we will go into another kind of stretching and relaxing of the muscle. Voila! Yeah. So this is also to relax all the mandibulatory. Here, of course, you have to go just here and then help them start to really move all the mouth and to make all the articulation work. Yes. So here. Voilà. So with him it's always a little bit tight, so we have to just take the time, and that's the neck one. So for this one you really need to let him do the work. You're coming here, applying, but then he is doing the work on his own. And here you need to wait that he goes really at the end of his movement. Voilà. Bien. So focusing on his shoulder. And we wait. So here he's holding it a little bit, so we are waiting. Up. Till he's relaxing, and here we are. Up, no, one more time. Yes, voilà, bien. C'est bien. Hop. C'est bon? So this is just to have all the upper line going up. So it's some small here information on the belly, as you can see. And so that slowly he would put the energy and go with his spine upward. Là, here. So then we go to the hind legs. Bien. Voilà. Voilà. And this is also important, the way she was using the foot, so that he really have the last part of his leg that also goes into relaxation. You really need to have everything going loose and relaxed. Otherwise, you still keep one part which is stuck. So you need all the body to go into this release mode. Here, what she does is to see where the blockage, so this is gonna make everything move normally up till the neck. So here we can, I'm not exactly in the middle, so I cannot really see, but it seems to be a bit stuck here in this area. So we keep moving up till step by step it's going. This part is moving really well. This part is a little bit more blocked. Here it starts to be better already. It's still a bit less, but it's better. Yeah, here. And here we can see that it's really going, switching from one side to the other one. Voilà. Oh, okay. So this one is really helpful also to see the blockage through the body. And this is to relax all these parts before and after the work. And the very important thing is that this is never done with force, because if we are forcing, then we can do some wrong. We have to do very carefully and slowly, following the body information in order to help go into the relaxation and to undo the blockage, but you don't force the blockages. And here you see it's already way higher than at the beginning, so you really need to have this relaxation. Yeah?